Thinking about upgrading from a hatchback to an SUV? Then this video is for you. The sub-4 meter SUV segment is booming, and with the two new additions to the segment, the Skoda Kylaq and the Kia Syros, it's a melting pot brimming with n number of options and very capable cars. Now the segment has pretty old players still going strong, and one of them is allegedly the highest selling car of the previous year too. So what would you choose? Let's look at a spec comparison between all these cars of the segment. We have two Kias, the Syros and the Sonet, two Tatas, the Nexon and the Punch. Then we have the new Kylaq from Skoda, the Hyundai Venue, the Renault Kiger and the Nissan Magnite, and a singular Maruti Suzuki, the Brezza. So let's go. Let's talk powertrains first. In this segment, diesel is a rarity. Hence, you get diesel powertrains only on 4 cars: the Sonet, the Syros, the Venue, and the Nexon. Kia is going strong with the diesels, it seems. The remainder of the segment is petrol majority, and if you want a greener option, then you get CNG variants of the Tata Punch, the Tata Nexon, and the Maruti Suzuki Brezza. In terms of transmission, the Syros comes with a 6-speed manual on both the petrol and diesel powertrains, and the petrol gets a 7-speed DCT while the diesel gets a 6-speed automatic. The Sonet gives out more options. It gets you an additional 6-speed IMT on both the powertrains. The Kylaq keeps it simple with one 6-speed manual and one 6-speed automatic. The Punch gets a 5-speed manual and a 5-speed AMT on the petrol. However, the CNG variants only get the manual transmission options. The Tata Nexon gives out the widest variety of transmission options. It gets a 5 or 6-speed manual setup on both the petrol and diesel. In the petrol, it gets a 6-speed AMT or a 7-speed DCT. The diesel sticks to the AMT only, and the CNG is manual only. The Magnite and Kiger go hand in hand with a 5-speed manual, a 5-speed AMT, and also a CVT option on the top trims. The Brezza sticks to a 5-speed manual and a 6-speed automatic. The Venue gets a 5-speed manual as well as a 6-speed manual on the executive trim with the turbo petrol powertrain, and a 7-speed DCT as well. With multiple engines on offer, the displacement range is wide. The Syros has 2 engines, a petrol and a diesel, with 998 and 1493 cc's to offer. The Sonet and the Venue have 2 petrol and 1 diesel engines each. There is a 1-litre turbo, a 1.2-litre naturally aspirated petrol, and a 1.5-litre diesel with 998, 1197 and 1493 cc's of displacement respectively. The Kylaq has a 1-litre turbo petrol engine with 999 cc of displacement. The Tata Punch has a 1.2-litre naturally aspirated petrol engine with 1199 cc of displacement. The same one is used with the CNG as well. The Nexon gets a 1.2-litre turbo petrol and a 1.5-litre turbo diesel with displacement figures at 1199 and 1496 cc's. The Magnite and the Kiger have the same engine with 999 cc of displacement. The Brezza only comes in a 1.5-litre version with 1462 cc's of displacement. The same engine is shared with the CNG powertrain as well. The Syros churns out 120 PS and 172 Nm of torque on the petrol powertrain and 116 PS and 250 Nm on the diesel powertrain. The Sonet delivers 84 PS and 114 Nm and 121 PS and 172 Nm on the petrol engines and 117 PS and 250 Nm on the diesel. And these figures reflect on the Venue as well. The Kylaq delivers 116 PS and 178 Nm. The Punch delivers 88 PS and 115 Nm on the petrol and 73 PS and 103 Nm on the CNG. The Nexon gets you 121 PS and 170 Nm on the petrol and 116 PS and 260 Nm on the diesel. The Kiger and the Magnite deliver similar power figures of 73 PS and 96 Nm on the naturally aspirated ones and 101 PS and 160 Nm on the turbocharged ones. The Brezza gives out 104 PS and 138 Nm of torque. Talking about dimensions, there isn't many differences as such because the sub-4 meter segment means cars are just under 4 meters. So majority length is 3995 millimeters, with the Punch being at the bottom of the chart at 3827 millimeters. The Punch is also the least wide at 1742 millimeters, and the Syros and the Nexon are neck to neck at the top of the chart at 1804 and 1805 millimeters. In terms of height, the Magnite is the shortest at 1572 millimeters and the Brezza is the tallest at 1685 millimeters, closely followed by the Syros at 1680 millimeters. The Punch again gets the shortest wheelbase at 2445 millimeters and the Kylaq gets the longest wheelbase at 2566 millimeters, followed by the Syros again at 2550 millimeters. SUV means you are going places with it, and so ground clearance is important. In that department, the Nexon tops the chart with 208 millimeters, closely followed by the Sonnet, Magnite and the Kiger, all of which have 205 millimeters. The Punch is again at the bottom of the chart with 187 millimeters of ground clearance, which is again closely followed by the Syros and the Kylaq at 189 millimeters. Family SUVs need big boot space for all your luggage. The Syros gets the best-in-class boot space of 465 liters, which is followed by the Kylaq at 446 liters and then the Kiger at 405 liters. The Brezza is at the bottom of the chart with 328 liters of boot space, and then comes the Magnite at 336 liters. Let's go in an ascending order on this one. The Magnite is priced at 5.99 to 11.50 lakhs. The Punch comes in next at 6 to 10.32 lakhs. Then comes the Kiger at 6 to 11.23 lakhs. The Kylaq comes in next with a price range of 7.89 to 14.40 lakhs. The Venue gets a price range of 7.94 to 13.62 lakhs. The Nexon comes in next with a price range of 8 to 15.60 lakhs. And the Sonnet at 8 to 15.70 lakhs. Finally, the Brezza, supposedly the most expensive in this segment, comes at a price range of 8.34 to 14.14 lakhs. However, the Kia Syros tops this segment on the price point. Priced across a range of 8.99 to 16.99, it turns out to be the most expensive car in the segment. Or is this the beginning of a new segment? We'll have to find out. And please note that these are ex-showroom prices and the order is made according to the starting price. So that's our spec comparison. Tell us in the comments below that which car would you choose and why. And for more such spec comparisons, follow OVERDRIVE.